Ahead of the U.S. presidential election, Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance has again refused to say who he believed won the 2020 presidential election, which has been the persistent focus of false claims by his running mate Donald Trump. Mr. Vance, speaking in Michigan a day after debating Democrat vice presidential candidate Tim Walz, was asked about an exchange during Tuesday night's face-off when he refused to acknowledge that President Joe Biden won the presidential race 4 years ago. Also in his first rally since his vice presidential debate against Republican J.D. Vance, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz said his performance was not bad for a football coach. He also said Mr. Vance was gaslighting America during the debate, which happened on CBS Tuesday night. He said Mr. Vance should be disqualified in the running because of his inability to answer whether Mr. Trump lost the 2020 election.
I asked him if Donald Trump lost. I think some of you saw this. When you're governor, congressman, you're trying to solve problems, wherever you want a straight answer on something. The moment that really stuck out is I just asked the simplest of all questions that every single American should be able to answer. I asked him if Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. He refused to answer.
And I talked to the president afterwards, and we talked a little bit about, what actually happened and, some of the points that I made, some of the points that Governor Walz made. And he made this observation. He said that Tim Walz said that he was friends with school shooters twice. And that's something I actually didn't notice, that Tim Walz had said that on the debate stage. And I said, did he really say that, sir? And he said, I'm telling you, man, go and watch the clips. He said he was friends with school shooters twice. And I said that was probably only the third or fourth dumbest comment Tim Walz made that night then. Because look, I got to be honest, I feel a little bad for Governor Walz.
For more on preparations ahead of the U.S. presidential election, senior reporter Moyo Thomas joins me from the White House now. Moyo, it's only about a month to the U.S. election, and you are there at the White House. What is the mood there as we count down to the poll?
So as we count down to the election on November 5, the White House is already going transformation. As right behind me, just by the waterfall, you can see the construction of a platform being done. That is for the inauguration parade. So right now it is already fenced off for visitors. And this, I'm currently standing by the north side. That is where visitors usually take pictures of the White House, but then because it's been fenced off, they can't go close to taking pictures. But we should also not be unmindful of the fact that there are still a lot of activities even before the inauguration actually takes place on the 20th of January 2025. We'll see how the election on the 5th of November, and the electors will also be having their own votes cast by the 17th of December. So there are still all these important activities that will decide who will actually occupy this White House come the 20th of January 2025.
All right then, Moyo, thank you very much for that update. Do have yourself a great stay. Back here in Africa, Sudanese Army Chief General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan has been stationed between Omdurman and the Kadru military zone north of Khartoum, Bari, for 5 days, overseeing an offensive to retake the capital from rival paramilitary forces. The army launched a major ground operation last Thursday, backed by air and artillery strikes, pushing across the White Nile bridges from Omdurman into Khartoum and securing a foothold in the Mokran district. This advance allowed troops to cross the Hellfire Bridge from northern Omdurman, link up with forces in the Kadru military zone, and gain control of the Hellfire suburb. Burhan visited the 3rd Infantry Division in Shendil to assess operation hours after the RSF attacked the base with drones. Army and allied forces are also attempting to seize the Khartoum oil refinery in Al-Jaili, about 70 kilometers north of the capital. The refinery has been used under RSF control since the conflict erupted in mid-April last year. And South Sudan's President Salva Kiir has sacked his powerful and long-serving spy chief, General Akol Koro-Koch. He became head of the feared National Security Services after independence in 2011 and continued throughout the bitter civil war that followed. No reason was given in the presidential decree that announced his removal, which was read out on national TV on Wednesday night. But he has been made governor of the president's home state of Waro, where insecurity is rife. Analysts say it may signal a power struggle in President Kiir's inner circle, with some believing General Koch may be lined up to one day take over from the 73-year-old president. The shakeup at the NSS comes weeks after it was announced that long-delayed elections due to take place in December had been postponed by 2 years. General Koch's replacement at the NSS is General Akech Tongaleu, moving from a position in the Defense Ministry. While some see General Koch's appointment to governor as a demotion, others believe the move may also help quell the violence in Warab State. A job as governor would also give General Koch experience in a civilian role, which some believe may be a way of preparing him for political life.